Two of the top teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Gamecocks will kick it away first. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Ready up. 29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback keeps it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the running back has it. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And his throw is incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Rolls onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looking for a crease. It's Young. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Fears the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Right down the middle. Got a man. It's Horton. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This guy reminds you a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
Handoff to the lone back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Caught near the sticks, it's Jacobs. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
Grab near the marker. It's Jacobs. Breaks into the open. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Harbor. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Now on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Flips it out in the flat. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Sellers. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that thing.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. We're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And he added the extra point.
The extra point is good. That ties the game at 7.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. going to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Working that left side now. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that. You got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Looking for room. It's Young. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, out of space. A huge play, and they finally get him out of bounds and avert complete disaster on the final play of the first quarter. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Looking to throw, it's Russell. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's third and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself and gets in for the score.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast supper get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with them and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going, getting them on the ground.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina.
Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. The pursuit, God, that was so good defensively.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Jacob. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They needed a bunch on fourth down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like fourth and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They go to the draw. Picks up the first down, still moving. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
The Gamecocks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Sellers. He's got it on the run. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
The head coach's heart just skipped a beat. Looks like they were going in for the easy touchdown, but he puts it on the ground. Everything's going bad. But Johnny on the spot. Somebody was paying attention, David, and is able to hop on that ball for a touchdown.
And that's why you always keep competing. Coaches are going to harp on that all the time. Finish the play. You're never out of it. You don't know what's going to happen, and that's a perfect example. Ball gets on the ground. Offensive player now says, oh, crud, I got to jump on it. Jumps on the football and gets a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Harbor. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it from the gun. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Throws to the tight end. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Back open in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, that's a gut punch, too, if you're on defense there, because you thought you had the sack. You thought you had the perfect play call. You blitz, you got a guy running clean at the quarterback, and just as you get there, he gets rid of it, finds a completion.
Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
21, Alabama, 14.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. from the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Pulls it in. Now across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35.
Razor. Dino. Green 25.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score South Carolina 28, Alabama 14.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to pass, it's Russell. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the second page.
The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He leaves it with the back. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Sellers. With the catch, it's Jacobs. There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. With the catch, it's Harbor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
If you want to sit back in zone, it's my job to find holes as the wide receiver in the zones. Nice little curl route, curls right behind the defender. Great pitch and catch.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. And they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Makes the grab. It's Young. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw again. Got it behind the line. It's Young. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Get set, get set.
Grab behind the line, it's Coleman. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
To the air, it's Russell. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the right. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Sends it downfield. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go right back to the run. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Jacobs. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. with this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Russell. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line.
Carolina offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up the short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Gain of 6. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. The option look. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Snags it at the 30 and still running. They get him down on the play, and this big-arm sophomore is not afraid to show off the gun.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch and
Turning it on! And they're able to get him down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Russell. Gets it out fast. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Let's it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Running to the left. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They want that clock to run. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And mean, here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
And that's a gut punch, especially for the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Russell. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up with an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the move. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. First down here for the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And now on 2nd down for this offense. And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They can stop the clock a couple of more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down.